class of 2020, this is Bill right here. Because we didn't have a graduation ceremony, so Abin came up with this idea, which we're gonna record a video to congratulate to all you guys and to share with you our feeling and our thought of what coming next. Before I begin, let me tell you a story. This is one of my favorite stories that I have shared for many friends of mine. So, in a small village in Nepal, there is a temple. This temple is visited by many visitors as well as the monks around the world, not only because it's sacred, but also because it has a huge marble Buddha statue. Okay, so this statue is gigantic with meticulous carving that make it look so alive. And leading to the Buddha statue are the stairs that are made by the same marble, by the same material. So all the visitors must step on the stair to get to the Buddha statue so that they can bow and they can pray. So there's one night, on the stair get mad, they get angry, and they start complaining to the Buddha statue. They say to the Buddha statue, "Hey, yo, why we make from the same material, but all the visitors have to step on my face, but they bow and they pray in front of you?" And the Buddha statue say, "Okay, calm down guys. Let me ask you a question. How many cuts you have to suffer before you become the stair?" And the stair like, I don't know, 2, 3? Yeah, 2 or 3. And the Buddha statue say, "Okay, so 2 or 3. Do you know how many cuts do I have to suffer in order to get this shape?" The stair like, no, I don't know. Enlighten me. And then the Buddha statue say, "More than 1,000 cuts." So how can you get just only 2 cuts or 3 cuts? You have to suffer only for a short period of time, and we end up at the same position. So we have to work harder, to study harder, and to suffer more than other people in order to become a better person, to climb up into a higher position, and to become a statue instead of the stair. So why do I have to tell you this story? Let me remind you how we get here, how we get the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Do you remember we have 8 classes in the very first semester, including biochem, patho, US healthcare, IPC, pharmaceutic, pharmacy law, community service, and don't forget, Dean's seminar. Do you remember we have only 10 weeks in the summer? In order to finish the course we're supposed to study in 15 weeks. Do you remember how many hours did we sleep in the week that we have 4 exams? Patho, biochem, IBC, pharmacokinetic. Do you remember how many exams do we have for spring P2 semester? I still remember there was 11 for PICO and 7 exams for therapeutics. Do you remember we have to complete 1,500 hours to graduate? And do you remember we have to do all of that on top of working during the weekend, take care of our parents, take care of our children, our pets, and ourselves? Do you remember all of that? So you must be super proud of yourself when you get that diploma on your hand and you tell the world that you are now a pharmacist and please call you doctor. I say that not just to brag about ourselves, but to remind you how hard we have worked in order to get where we are right now, and we will continue to do it for our next journey. Let me share with you another story. Do you know how to play bowling? I bet that at least you play 1 to 2 times in your life, right? So let's say Abin Abin and I go to play bowling together, okay? And I'm a decent player. I score nearly perfect every time I throw. Okay, so I score 9 points in on the round. On the other hand, Abin, and of course this guy genius. You guys already know he's awesome in everything he does, right? So he scored perfect. He strike every round that he played. Okay, so how many points that I get in total when I finish 10 rounds? 9 multiplied for 10, 90 points, right? How about Abin? How many points does he get? Does he get 100 points? No, right? He can get up to 300 points after 10 rounds because of all the bonuses. And the gap between us is not only 10 points, but can up to 200 points or more than that. So as you can see, when we do something every day, even it's just a little bit, it builds up in the long run, and we call it bowling effect. Okay, if you run 30 minutes every day, you're gonna run more than 180 hours per year. If you read 1 hour every day, you have more than 300 hours of reading every year. And if you eat a cheesecake every day, you do the math. Okay, so sometimes everything we do or contribute to our life is so little that we thought or we think that we don't even want to do it because it's just so little. But you are wrong. 1,000 miles journey begin with one step, and you will be surprised how strong you will grow and how far you can go when you keep invest in yourself every day. And that's what a pharmacist like us should do every day. So I hope you'll be ready to step toward your next destination. And when you go, you will reach your destination. When you're ready, success and happiness will come to you in no time. Congratulations again, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good morning, class of 2020. First of all, let me just give a huge thank you and shout out to Bill for helping me put this video together. We chatted briefly on commencement day about doing this, and the reason we wanted to do this was to just, number one, say congratulations to everyone for finishing, and also to just, give you guys some final words of wisdom before we begin our careers as pharmacists. I know many of you are still pretty bummed out about the way our journey together ended with the pandemic. It kind of sucks, but I hope you know that, it doesn't diminish your accomplishments or how proud you and your families should be about finishing pharmacy school and finishing your doctorate. It's something that you should celebrate. We can all attest to putting in days of sleepless nights, hours of hard work, all so we can bear the fruits of our labor. Dozens of exams, hundreds of assignments, thousands of study guides. Bill, thousands of study guides, my friend. Hours in clinic, all building up to this very moment. And we finally graduated with a degree that can take us anywhere that our hearts desire, anywhere that our hard work will take us. I think the important thing to note is that the learning doesn't stop here. We must continue to grow as individuals, constantly listening to that little voice inside that is guiding us and teaching us. It also means being a good role model to the generation that is coming after us, extending a hand to them and to all those who are just beginning their journey. Ellen DeGeneres likes to end her show by saying, be kind to one another. And I think that's what the world needs now more than ever before, and I think that's something all of us can offer society. Throughout our time together, we are part of a rapidly changing world. We're with people, who came from different backgrounds and saw the world in different perspectives. So at least my time here has taught me to value our differences and to celebrate the things that connect us and the things that make us all human. We can offer the world an ear to listen and to not judge. We can be a force of change in our communities. So as we begin our next adventure, I ask my fellow graduates to humble me one last time and to simply reflect. I don't know how many of you watched Mr. Rogers growing up. I was a PBS kid, but he always asked us to simply take a pause from our hectic lives and to appreciate the beauty in our own thoughts, to reflect on those who have inspired us, given us hope, encouraged us, loved us, made us who we are. So in that spirit, just for a moment, think about someone who simply wanted the best for you in life. And whoever that person is, whether you think about them now or later today, think about the smile you probably brought to their face, that in rare moments like this, you thought of them and how they've made you a better human being. So as you write the final words of this chapter in your life, turn the page and begin to contemplate the title for the next chapter. Walk with certainty, knowing that you've accomplished so much because of all the people you met along the way who pushed you to be the best version of yourself. And now it's our time to return the favor, to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud, as Maya Angelou once wrote. Going out of your way to do the extraordinary simply because it's the right thing to do. Doing that alone, we will make this world a better place, a place filled with more love and happiness and kindness, a world that we can all be proud to be a part of. And lastly, on behalf of myself and Bill, it has been a pleasure to be partners with all of you throughout this process. While our time together is over, know that if you should need anything from us, please hesitate to contact us. Thank you so much. Still there? Oh, it's still recording? Oh, you know what? Don't hesitate to contact us. I was just kidding. Me and Bill will work out an agreement for that. But we will be here for you guys, minus the study guides. We've ended those. Those are, in retirement, so we won't be doing those anymore. But we are here to support you guys, and we hope you guys are here to support us. And we look forward to seeing you all succeed in life. And so until then, study hard, practice gratitude, and may God bless you all with good health, success, and happiness on your next adventure. Congratulations once again. Bill, we're signing off. I'm signing off. Goodbye.